We want good information to go to as many people as possible. So we want to support the news industry in whatever way we can. We feel it is crucial that we play a positive and responsible role in the news ecosystem. Now let me talk about how we actually do this. Google is primarily known for search, and I'm sure this audience knows a thing or two about Google News. But we are involved in many more ways than people seem to realize. You'll see on the left side some familiar products like YouTube and Google Play for mobile apps. These are intended to help drive audience growth through distribution. And on the profitability side, Google has a host of advertising products that connect publishers with advertisers around the globe. On the content and editorial side, we have accelerated mobile pages, Google News Labs, Google Trends, and Google Cardboard for virtual reality storytelling. Since I'm talking to a lot of journalists today, I'm going to go a little deeper on Google News Lab. How many of you are familiar with Google News Lab? Many of you? Google News Lab, and you can read right here. So Google News Lab was created to support journalists in this data-driven environment. Its mission is to support and collaborate with journalists and entrepreneurs to build the media, the future of media. And we do this in three ways: of tools, data, and programs. As part of Google News Lab, we also have Google News Lab Fellowship, which is intended to support newsrooms with innovation and creating high-quality journalism through technology and education. Next, I'd like to talk a little more on accelerated mobile pages, or AMP. AMP is our open source initiative to address specifically the challenges that are faced by publishers in this mobile age. Just to give you a little bit of background, last summer we sat down with some publishers to figure out what would be the real game changer in this mobile age. Publishers in this mobile-driven age are faced with many new challenges. From closed ecosystem and to monetization. Publishers are either publishing their content or journalism on someone else's platform and paying a percentage. Or they are connecting with the audience on their own website, but it has been very costly and onerous to maintain an infrastructure that can deliver great mobile web experience for the users. So Google and publishers agree that we need something better. We need something that's fast, that is easy to implement, that's mobile friendly, and that embraces an open web. So at the end of long conversation, we came up with AMP. So what's AMP? The Accelerated Mobile Pages project is an open initiative that embodies the vision that publishers can create mobile optimized content once and load it instantly everywhere. It's open source and it makes sure the content is unloaded instantly. And the beauty of it is that the publishers keep full control. Publishers can serve their own ads and they run their own analytics, where they can even offer subscriptions if they like. So it's been very popular. We made the announcement last fall, and we launched with first group of publishers in 11 countries in February. Right now, there are over 3,000 publishers working on AMP on GitHub. And in Korea's case, we engaged with Korean publishers from very early on, and now over top 20 top publishers have either integrated AMP or are working on it right now. Obviously, AMP is in its early stage. We only got started last year, but we've made a lot of progress in a short time. And we've heard some positive feedback from publishers. And one in particular, the Washington Post has said that they've seen 80% reduction in their page loading time. Okay. Um, so we are working hard in many different ways, but we admit that we don't have answers, we don't have solutions for all the challenges we are facing in this music industry. AMP is only the part of the solution, and there will be many other challenges. However, we do believe that the best way to creating the future of news and enabling a healthy news ecosystem is by working together towards our common objective. Thank you.
For this international audience, Twitter has a strong global media partnership team across the world. So for this team, I cover news and government partnerships. Our team's goal is to deliver the best content on Twitter. To achieve this, I work by creating, implementing, and managing partnerships with everyone from the newsroom to the journalist. In other words, there are lots of news partnerships managers who have the same role as me across the world. So we sometimes conduct global collaboration for Stanford events like Earth Day, something like that. And we always like to share the most successful case and best practice day to day. So, and I'm especially very proud of every single person from our global news team is always thinking about journalism and truly try to help the journalists to create reliable and actionable and engaging content and interaction. So as you might know, Twitter contributes to every stage of producing news, detect, report, distribute, and even promoting engagement. So Twitter is trying to help journalists at every stage. For example, Twitter is constantly revamping the tweet deck with the help of journalist feedback. Twitter is the most powerful Twitter tool for real-time tracking and organizing. So I think you guys maybe have experience to use TweetDeck. So and TweetDeck has incredible filtering powers. So you can find tweets with photos, videos, and even with telescope broadcasting. And you can also search the tweet from only verified account or a normal account. And you can make tweet collections and Twitter lists very easily. So it's very useful for journalists. And if you want to, you can also connect the tweet deck with your tweet ID on Twitter, TweetDeck Twitter account. So yeah, it's the UI. So. By conducting telescope and drone integration experiment. So they just telescope start to integrate drone these days. So they just make video via drone and they show the process on air as well. So. And it's a Korean case. Mail Business News Korea gave readers to intimate communication opportunity via serial telescope interview with the candidate for the election. They did this interview with 22 candidates, and yeah, I believe readers absolutely get very unique communication opportunity. So I believe there is no other place in the world where you can see what's happening faster than Twitter. With this in mind, we hope you will continue to discover and distribute your news here first on Twitter. And after all, we will always be here beside you. Thank you for listening.
Twitter in terms of how you guys share philosophy of what's trending. How are you guys doing that in Asia? So that's one question. The second question I have is really about using both the Google and Twitter platform for live video. I know Twitter had launched Moments and Google also with YouTube. Have a lot of, I think you guys just launched something new with Live. So just want to know, how is that incorporated in Asia? And what are some of the best practice you would recommend for the audience here?
Google Trends, I think it's an open data. It has a lot it's very much based on the search data for each specific country. I can speak mostly for Korea. The users in Google search in Korea has not been the place that we want to be. We have not amassed enough data to display or deliver in meaningful analysis. But having said that, we've been engaged with some publishers who can actually utilize some of those data that are relevant to Google Trends. I've not seen any specific stories that have been created based on the data provided from Google Trends. But we've done some meetings with publishers. Actually, early this year, we've had people flying in from Google News Lab in Mountain View to have meetings. And then we are actually working, looking into developing more possible topics that can be used in Korea and elsewhere. So please understand that Google News Lab was created in summer of last year, I think, 2015. So the work has only started. Given the short history of Google News Lab, I think we've made pretty impressive progress in the US and UK with activities going on around elections, especially in the US and UK. So I think stay tuned for what's coming to Korea or elsewhere in Asia.
So for when it comes to consuming or reading Korean news, of course the Korean audience will consume the sources written in Korean, and many press and media in Korea are taking advantage of the trend or trending that Twitter provides. But when it comes to consuming the data, they have to purchase the service, and third-party app or third-party organization is involved. And for reporters and press, we provide this service called Curator for free. So when it comes to trending and tweet volume, yes, the reporters and the press can use the system that we provide. But starting August, we're planning to have all the system integrated into the service called TweetDeck. So that's going to be the main platform that people will use. So speaking of the service called Moments, it's not provided all over the world. The available countries would be UK, United States, Brazil, Japan, and Australia. So the Korean users haven't had the chance to use or to benefit from Moments, but when it comes to covering the issues across the globe, then you can hashtag Asia or hashtag the name of the event taking place in Asia, so you can have the alert or you can have the pickup from it.
네, 그래서 지금 해줘요. 그리고 이제 뭔가